Ah, sweet summertime.
Oh, I want to be there, but days like today, there's really nothing sweet about it. You step outside and within seconds you are covered in sweat. Well, today we're talking about tips to beat the heat without making your electric bill sky high. And we're doing it with some help from Delaware Electric Cooperative's Manager of Public Relations and Community Outreach, Lauren Irby. Lauren, welcome to the show this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
All right, so we talk about it all the time. We've said it before. It's summertime. It's supposed to be hot, but this is next level heat. Let's talk about those appliances. Is it a good idea to just maybe unplug them or what?
You know, absolutely. Not necessarily unplugging the large appliances that you're using every day, like your refrigerator. Obviously, you want to keep that running. But also, you know, making sure that you're taking those appliances that you can temporarily pause and delay until the heat portion of the day is over. For instance, your washer, your dryer, your dishwasher. You know, on days like this when it's so hot outside, the demand for energy increases, and that's because everyone is, you know, instinctively running to the thermostat to get more comfortable, to make it cooler for them. And when everyone's running to mess up those thermostats and attempt to cool off, you know, the demand for energy does increase. And so in situations like that, when the demand is higher, it costs more as well. And so if you're looking to really have a more economical bill during these really hot days, you know, sometimes you just want to be comfortable, and that's perfectly fine. But for tips for wanting to cool off, delaying the usage of appliances and unplugging some of those that you're not using. If you're not using the toaster, unplug it, because, you know, about 5 to 10% of residential energy use, you know, the Department of Energy says that's standby power, and that's just you can reduce that by unplugging those appliances.
So things like computers and TVs and toasters and things like that, just turning it off doesn't stop it.
Right, absolutely. You know, it is a small amount, but, you know, 5 to 10%, that's a range, because that does depend on how you're using those appliances. But, you know, an average household could save up to $100 per year on unplugging some of those appliances. And it can increase the lifespan of those appliances. Again, it depends on how much you could, you know, how much you do use those appliances and your habits with them. But, you know, if you don't have to have it right now, go ahead and unplug it, because that's standby power that you're not paying for.
You know, we have all of these energy saving light bulbs, but we still really need to turn off unnecessary lights, don't we?
You know, I don't know about you, but that's something I've heard my whole life, you know, turn off those lights. And, you know, I've heard it my whole life, and that's because it's true. And you hear it a lot of places, and that's because it's true. Just like with you reducing the standby power, why pay for something that you're not using, you know, especially when we're battling heat and things like that. You know, turn off those lights, because, you know, it's not lighting anybody if you're not in use.
So when it comes to Beat the Peak, explain Beat the Peak to me.
Sure. Well, the program is simple. During times when cost of purchase power and produce power is higher for our members, we issue Beat the Peak alerts, and those are periods where the cost of power is more expensive. So we want to make sure that we and our members are working together to conserve energy. So we issue those alerts just as a little, hey, friendly reminder. It's a voluntary program. Hey, delay using your dishwasher for a couple of hours, and we'll have a set time frame on there too. So it's no guessing game. And after the time frame has passed, you know, use it to your heart's content. But we just use that program to have our members help us, and we help them by letting them know when the cost of electricity is higher. And over the years, the program has saved our members over 30 million. So it does work. Wow. And it's something that we're pleased to offer and to help save that cost for everyone.
And of course, heat like this can cause outages. Your crews are ready and will be on them, right?
Absolutely. We have a dedicated group of employees who are constantly 24 hours monitoring our system to make sure everything is running smoothly. And if we do have an issue where there's an outage, our crews are ready to go to get the power flowing back safely and quickly as possible.
Lauren Irby with Delaware Electric Cooperative. Thank you so much. Stay cool.
Thanks so much. You too.
Well, we know that heat like this can put a strain on your HVAC system too, so we reached out to our friends at A&A Companies to get some insight on how you can lessen the load.
Vice President and Treasurer Mindy Allen Townsend says check the setting on your thermostat. Keep it at a moderate temperature. She suggests 72 to 75 degrees. Also, you need to take a look at your outdoor unit and make sure that it is free of and clear of debris.
And while you're out there, Mindy says, make sure your drain outside is draining and nothing is blocking it. Also, change your filters. It's a simple step that can make a huge difference. Now, something else Mindy wanted to point out, if you should find yourself needing service, be patient with your HVAC companies. Mindy says with the heat and staff shortages, they're all doing the best they can as fast as they can.